Hi friends. Now in this particular video walk of mine on the theories of knowledge, I have got now the point as naturalized epistemology. Now the question arises, what is naturalized epistemology? Now remember that this is equivalent, or you can say it is defined as evolutionary role of knowledge for agents living and continuously evolving in the world. So, what does that mean? There is the evolutionary role that the knowledge is taking place in the agent. For example, let's say that when I was a kid, I know that whenever we completed with our annual examination, my dad used to take me to a movie of Amitabh Bachchan or whatever. So me, my dad, and my mom, we used to go and watch this movie. The next year, the next annual examination, so another movie. So next examination, another movie. So you understand this is this gradual evolving. So I could see how the same hero, and I used to come back to the school and tell my friends, okay, I went and saw this movie of Amitabh Bachchan and he's totally changed from what I saw him last year. So, this is how the evolutionary role of knowledge is coming into us, and we are continuously evolving. Not only evolving, we can look at that particular theory of knowledge and see, does this give you a different kind of knowledge in front of us, or it is something which is the similar to the prior one. So this is how the naturalized epistemology is working. Now, one more point that we need to remember is that it is not going to emphasize the questions which are based on justification and truth. It is in no way going to focus on that. In fact, here we are going to raise the empirical questions. Now, what do we mean by raising the empirical question? The way I looked at Amitabh Bachchan in the last movie, is he the same person in the next movie? I'm talking about Amitabh Bachchan as Vijay in Diwar, and let's say Jay Viru, no Jay in Sholay movie, or you go to next movie and see Dhiradhar Pathak, the way he is portraying himself in Satta Pe Satta, or Diwar, or Janzeer, or you can even look at Mahan, one of his movies, Ya Dostana. I mean, you can see, and later on, the moment he comes in the movies like Pink, those kind of a things, if you will see, things are really changing for him also as a hero, and the way I perceive him, you see. So that is what we are looking for. Those are the empirical questions which are being raised. Now, what beliefs agents hold to? Now here we need to understand what kind of a belief set is this, okay, and help them to survive in the world. And later on, it's not just the number of fans that are increasing, however, even it is the growth of that particular hero also. So we need to understand and look from that perspective even. Thus empirical approach plus subjectivity gives you what we call it as whole. So empirical approach, whatever I am taking up, number one, plus my own things, that is why the subjectivity will be giving me a complete knowledge. Now you have to think about it again. Does not base upon definitions and arguments. Here I'm not at all worried about definitions. I'm not even worried about the arguments. So we will see what kind of style of things are available to us in naturalized epistemology. Then comes using psychological methods to study and understand the formation of knowledge. Here I'm based upon my psychological methods. So what does this mean? How do I perceive the movie? Okay, was I in a good mood? Was I munching the popcorn sitting in the theater, or was I present along with my niece, nephews, and my cousins and watching in the home theater? Then what kind of a mood? Am I really happy, or do I get worried when I see my mom with tears in her eyes while she's watching a particular scene, or there is something which is really funny and me and my nephew or niece, we are laughing, giggling together? So it totally the effects we can see, and those effects are something that is on one side. On the other side, what is happening in the movie itself is another story that you need to perceive and you need to work out. Now even when the story is running, every person who is observing that particular movie will be observing it from a different perspective. So we need to understand how that formation of knowledge is taking place and its application in the world also. Okay, then comes the new empirical studies are performed and left behind. Now you see what happens is that, for example, we coming, let's say if we look at the movie from the literature point of view. Now I know Padmavat, it is a poem which was written by somebody. Okay, and when I read the poem, then the poem was translated into the story, amazing story, while Sanjay Leela Bhansali was getting a lot of criticism for the making of Padmavat. I had to pick up that particular story and read it from the literature point of view, both in Hindi language, in English and Urdu, because he comes from that kind, Rampur, in Uttar Pradesh, Rampur region, and the way they speak the Urdu is very different. So I need to understand the culture, the cultural background, and why he has written, what for it was written, and what was the manner in written. Okay, so that's how I started off my journey in reading that particular. Now that goes with the literature point of view. If we come from the philosophical background, these theories are there, and then we are looking from that angle. If you come from the law department, okay, you are going to apply and see, oh, animals are there in this movie, did they do it in this manner, was this taken up? So you see, your perspective will be changing altogether. Or when I read Padmavat, I'm very honest, I really liked the role of Hiraman, okay, in that particular book. And when I thought, when Sanjay Leela Bhansali is making, I was very excited. Okay, I have to see how the parrot is called as Hiraman is going to be worked out. Later on, when I saw the movie, and I was very upset that there was not even a single scene where I could find Hiraman. I mean, Hiraman had a very important role to play in Padmavati's life. However, in his, so that's a different angle to the movie that you can really look at it. So this is what I am talking about. If that is so, then the applicabilities is in different manner as to how we are perceiving and in what manner it can be applied in our own real lives. Now, new empirical studies are performed and leave behind the traditional epistemological question. So we are not maintaining to the earlier epistemological theories. Fine, we can read and we can take their importance. Okay, this person said this person said this, so and so person quoted this, kind of a thing. However, when you study all of them together and you're putting them in a new perspective, that is your perspective exclusively. So that is the importance of the naturalized epistemology. And I'm just going to stop here, not talking much about it. And if you go for your higher studies, you will be reading more about them. Till then, thank you and take care.